Hello and thank you for watching my video. My name is Astrid Krasniqi. I am Cisco CCNA, CCNP and Palo Alto certified instructor. In this video we are covering PCNSA 210 and this is our chapter 9 user ID. Now this is the fifth video of chapter 9 which is 9.5 Windows based agent configuration. Now from previous videos we have learned that to configure user ID it's a four-step process. We covered the first step which was to enable user ID by zone. So as you can see it on this PowerPoint presentation, we need to enable user identification on the zone. So we go to, like, for example, inside zone and we tick it there. We can include and exclude list of all subnets that we want to enable user ID. Second step was to configure user mapping methods. And as we know, we have two user mapping methods. We can have integrated agent, which runs inside the firewall. And we covered this on video 9.4. And on this video, we're going to cover 9.5 Windows agent. And this will run inside Windows domain member. So they're still on the second step to configure user ID. The next video will be to configure group mapping. And video after that will configure a policy rules. To configure the Windows-based user ID agent, like the previous video, we have to create a service account on the domain controller with the required permissions to run the agent. The required permissions has to be member of server operators and event log readers. But you can add it as a member administrators. It is not recommended because it adds more permissions than they are required for this service account. Once we did that, then we have to decide at what domain member we want to install the agent at. It could be in any domain member as long as it has Microsoft Windows XP Service Pack 3 or later as operating system. It does support 32-bit or 64 bits, and it is recommended you should install the agent as close to the server as possible to optimize bandwidth use. So as close to the server that it will be monitoring to optimize the bandwidth use. And it is recommended you install more than one agent. So for example, install it on the two domain members for redundancy. Once we decided at what domain member we can install the agent, we can go and download the user ID agent software, and that will be available from support.paloaltonetwork.com. Once you download it, you have access to it. You can download it and then install it on the domain member that we have selected it. Once we install it, we have to run the agent installer, and then we have to start doing the configuration. So for example, in there we add a service logon account, enable security monitoring. And one thing you have to remember here is the user ID agent will use a TCP port 5007 because we're going to need that on our firewall as well. Once we run the user ID agent installer, we need to configure the user ID agent. So here we will configure like authentication. So same user as we have configured on our domain controller, and the password as well. Server monitoring, for example, we can click on that and that will open the same as what we saw in the previous video, Windows service monitoring. And before it was actually every 2 seconds on the integrated service. Here is every 1 second and it's enabled by default. And we can enable server session read, and that's it every 10 seconds. We're just gonna check file and print shares for login and logon status. Once we've done that, then we can check whether we have already, we can add the servers that we want to monitor. We can either add them one by one, and if we click on add, that will give you the option to add domain controller, exchange servers, e-directory servers, or syslog servers. And or we can add auto discover, which will auto discover domain controllers only. Now we need to configure the firewall to connect to the user ID agent, which here to configure we'll have to go to device, user identification, user ID agent, and then we click on add. We give it a name and you add an agent using host and port. So host, that's an IP address of the host, and port 5007 like we said before. And then the collector's name and the IP address, shared IP address, it should be the same what we configured on the domain controller. And then we verify the connection. For example, in our firewall, it should say connected here. And on the Windows domain member, it should say connected here and here as well. Thank you for watching lesson 9.5, Windows-based agent configuration. This is of chapter 9, user ID. Please have a look at my other videos and don't forget to subscribe. This has been Astrid Krasniqi. Bye-bye.